Hi, my name is Jasper Shoemaker. I'm a sophomore here at Mizzou. This is my BA OFE final project submission here. The organization that I served for my experience was the Boy Scouts of America Great Rivers Council. The mission of the Great Rivers Council and Boy Scouts as a whole is described as that of an aspiration to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices throughout their life by teaching life skills and instilling the values of nationality, duty, strength, mental alertness, morality, courtesy, cleanliness, and reverence. Some of the primary tasks that I personally participated in at the Great Rivers Council involved a variety of organizational activities, including the digitation of files, the procurement of physical assistance, preparational work, and moving transportational activities during the course of their movement from Fay Street over to Van Horn Tavern Road over on Midway. In my opinion, my service helped in terms of just really assisting a nonprofit by providing free labor, really, through its necessary operations and day-to-day practices, at the same time exhibiting and practicing the same values that they try to teach through the Boy Scouts of America, going back to duty, nationality, strength, and morality in general. Two of the primary types of stakeholders that I identified in the Great Rivers Council can be kind of separated into both users and providers. Primary and secondary users are going to be the kids and parents, respectively. They both have a really vested interest and a high amount of buying power-based decision-making as far as the Boy Scouts go. They really kind of get to dictate and determine exactly what direction and where they want to see Boy Scouts in the future. Now, the providing stakeholder functions are produced by a combination of employees, volunteers, directors, and other team members with a very different approach than users, but with a similar functional goal, which is, again, above profit, above anything else, serving the community to provide enrichment, education, and opportunity. Moving on to the specific competencies I really feel I was able to develop as a result of my experience was both the establishment of relationships and teamwork as a whole. Starting with teamwork, it's generally an area which I would really consider myself kind of in need of development, I would suppose. And I found my experience to consistently provide me with both challenges and benefits through the implementation of a team. I really kind of function usually by practice and by doing, and certain things I see done a certain way, and that's not always the most effective way to get something done. And practicing as a team is a skill that I feel I was really able to learn, practice, and utilize throughout my organizational field experience. Both with files, both with construction, both with setup and takedown of events, anything like that. It's just, I can't do that all by myself, and having those other people there was incredibly helpful. Secondarily, I was really able to connect this to some of the in-class lectures that we've had, most specifically the first half of March and our teammate lectures based around the lifeboat game. And I was really able to see, both provided in class and actuated in real life, the idea that a team can come together and more effectively and efficiently produce a solution that's better than any one person could by themselves. And so that was kind of really cool to see. Secondarily, I really feel like my field experience benefited my proficiency in the establishment of relationships, both inside and outside of my organization. Inside, it was imperative really to establish those relationships with all the other employees who had base set up there, so that I could more effectively and aptly communicate and get my work done with all the tools available to me that I could have. I was really able to kind of draw on and connect back to, most specifically, the lecture we had on the 24th of February, in which Professor Hill is kind of discussing the issues of networks, cliques, and a lack of homogeneity as it applies to teams, and the issues that can present. More specifically, he really talked then about how, quote, clusters and cliques organize with whom and how we go about forming and continuing relationships. And especially in my organizational field experience, I found most every relationship I had to be just tweaked a little bit or just a little bit different in some capacity, and I had to adjust myself and how I deal with that person accordingly. As far as relationships continuing outside of the organization, I myself am employed for a catering corporation, and I found myself in contact with one of the main directors of BSA GRC, which would have been Greg Baker, who's one of the chairmen at the Columbia City of Commerce. And I found myself coming up to him, introducing myself at a variety of different events. And I thought that was really neat as well, to be able to continue that experience and that relationship just outside of what I felt a normal student might have been able to get. As far as kind of my key takeaways and what I've received as a result of my experience, I definitely really shifted my perspective regarding the clients that BSA serves and the people that BSA employs. I really kind of perceived the Boy Scouts as a small, narrow focus, kind of closed-minded organization pre my involvement work with them. But my experience really taught me kind of anything but. Uh, Through setting up for events, seeing the people in and around the organization and the community, and being around the clientele, BSA just really prides itself in not only diversity, but opportunity. And some of the main ways they do that are with payment assistance. They provide food, they provide skills, they provide direction, they provide education. They provide really just the opportunity for any and everyone to do any and everything, which was just really cool to see as the corporation expanded and developed during my time there. The second aspect that really stood out to me from BSA was the dedication of not only the director, Greg Baker, who I had the most contact with, but all other employees in the organization. Just an unparalleled commitment and dedication to the community it serves and the service thereof to the Scouts and its other members. It's truly a very positive organization that I can't speak well enough about, and definitely feel as though I've taken away some very important and useful things that I hope to be able to continue to utilize in my life.